Alright, I'm going to do a check on the hive, see how the bees are doing in the honey super. Uh, it's been a while since I made a video, but as most of you who have been watching know, I was using a honey excluder, excuse me, well, a lot of people call it a honey excluder, I'm coming to believe it now, a queen excluder, and that was a mistake. The bees didn't want to come through it, they wouldn't do any work in drawing out the frames, and so I removed the queen excluder, and now I'm gonna check and see what they're doing. I've actually checked it once already, and they had done very minimal work on the frames, although they had started drawing out some of the comb. But it's been a few weeks now, so I'm gonna check and see how they're doing. I'm not expecting much at this point. I'm not expecting much honey this year, and that's okay. My main objective this year was simply to raise a healthy colony in hopes that I could really begin harvesting next year. But we're going to see. I'm hoping to see that they've done a lot of work in drawing out the frames. I certainly don't expect to see that they've started putting honey in them, but who knows what I'll find. I'll have to break it open to see. Okay, so as you can see here, not a lot of work done. You can kind of see this one area that looks a little bit wider than the rest, and so they are drawing out the comb a little bit. And then looking down in the hive, you can see that they just haven't done a lot of work here in the honey super. So I don't really expect to have a honey harvest this year. They've got quite a bit of honey down there in the upper brood box. In fact, last time I checked, I did a hive check on the brood box just to see how they were looking, to see if it was honey bound. Honey bound means that they have put so much honey in the brood box that the queen doesn't have room to lay, and so I was worried that that's what had happened. And that's not the case. They've got a lot of honey in the outer frames, but on the inner frames there's a good brood pattern with just honey around the tops and edges the way it should be. So I'm not really worried about the health of the hive. I just think that at this point the bees aren't they're not motivated to draw out these frames. I guess they feel like they've got plenty of space. The queen's able to do her job. They've got lots of honey down there in the brood box. So as far as I can tell, the health is good, and they just don't feel the need to do much more work. Also, the nectar flow is pretty much over. We are getting right to the end of sourwood season here, so they're not going to be getting much out of that at this point either. So it's looking like probably no honey this year, folks, but no big deal. I've got a healthy hive, so I can't complain too much. All right, thanks for watching, guys.